här någonstans det var?
Jag tror det var precis där framme.
Var det här någonstans det var då?
Ja, jag tror det var precis där.
Jag ser ingenting som vanligt. Det är alltid de här falska alarmen som de håller på med hela tiden. Jag ser absolut ingen problem överhuvudtaget med det.
Men den där sprickan då, inte... Har inte den blivit värre, tycker du?
Har du ringde flickan eller tror du ingenting?
Ja, precis. Det var ju så snacka med henne. Ja, precis.
Jag ville prata mer med mig än att prata med dig.
Ja, eller hur? In your drink, pal.
Hon vill ha någonting större.
Ja, precis. Större
Vad fan är det där för något?
Vadå?
What is it?
What? It's nothing, man. It's a reflection.
Men seriöst, det är ju någonting där ute. Jag ser att du så ljuger. It's gone. Told you.
Fan, vad är det där för något?
Helvete.
There are creatures science refuses to recognize.
There's something down there!
But if our eyes see it, if our cameras capture it,
What is that?
does it exist?
Them, they're monsters!
Lost tapes. Do you believe? Kraken. In 2006, 2 workers went missing from the Virtanen offshore oil rig. They were never found. The following spring, a discovery was made near the rig, a Finnish ship of war that sank in 1920 with all hands on deck and a fortune in Tsarist gold. Deep-sea treasure hunter Derek Barrow and his team of experts headed to the Baltic Sea to explore the shipwreck. They brought along documentary filmmaker James Werner to film the adventure, but what Barrow and his team ultimately encountered in the ominous waters was far from the treasure they sought. These are their tapes.
Derek Barrow, there's no argument that you're considered to be the treasure hunter of our time, but the world begs to ask, what do you consider yourself to be? Are you more entrepreneur, adventurer, scientist, historian?
A bit of all of the above, really, to be honest.
All right, let me put it this way. The Russian ship that we're taking up, are you more interested in the history of the ship or the rumored gold that is
I tell you what, rather than talking about it, let's just take a look at it. That's where the story begins. Look at that rig.
Yes, the oil rig. Fill us in about the story there.
Well, the oil company were drilling and laying new pipes for some project, and they discovered the wreck of the ship down there, and I guess that's where I come in.
And how do you know there's treasure in this ship?
Well, I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. No, seriously, I would have to kill you. Actually, now that we're talking about it, like I said to you before, you've set up these cameras around the ship and everything, but please don't send anything back to shore before we get back. I really don't need to draw undue attention to this project.
Why's that?
Well, let's just say that when you've got treasure on board a boat, it's like having blood in the water for sharks. There's pirates around here.
Right, piracy. You've had troubles with this before.
I think we better go and check in the crew. Come on.
The Kraken is a mythological, legendary creature, an awesome sea monster.
In the 18th and 19th century, and even before that, such things as whales and octopus and squid were basically demonized as monsters. Sailors, all of us really attach fear to something we don't understand, the unknown, and the sea was vast. Any place on the map where they didn't have it charted, where they didn't show the landmass or anything about the ocean, they just said, here there be monsters. The Kraken, it was believed, its sole purpose was to wreak havoc and destruction on humanity.
Kraken was the name for an uprooted tree. And sailors described the Kraken as looking like an overturned, uprooted tree with all the roots waving about in the air because they would see all the tentacles. I think that in the wilder seafaring tales, the Kraken was told to be grabbing ships, splintering them like kindling, and then pulling the ship and all aboard down to Davy Jones' locker.
So I was thinking, when this is all over, we'll get a little place together. Maybe in Fiji?
Why don't you go suit up, Romeo? By the time you're down and up, the winch will be ready. You can do it in 2.
No, I'm gonna do it in 1.
Brad, you'll be down too long. Your nitrogen levels, they're gonna go through the roof.
No.
It's crazy.
I always do it in 1. I'm gonna do it this in 1, okay? So don't you worry about
That's stupid. You're gonna jeopardize the product.
What's going on? What's going on?
He wants to do it in 1 dive. You've got to do it in 2. There's not enough.
He's got 100 times the dive hours you've got, so I'm going to go with Brad's opinion. Sorry. Run! What was that? Sasha, check the rudder for damage. You up front, look for debris. You turn that off and make yourself useful.
Some of the most frightening aspects of the Kraken, of course, is its aggressive nature, in which it really fears nothing. It is the king of the sea. In the Jules Verne classic, it's actually compared and shown as if this animal is picking out certain ships, hunting for those ships, remembering them. After all, if this giant has one of the largest bodies for an invertebrate, it also has the largest brain.
If you're a puny little human in the ocean with something that weighs over 2 tons, has 24 to 40 foot tentacles the size of a man's arm, equipped with toothed suckers, and it gets a tentacle around you, you're probably not going to stand much of a chance of survival.
It's now 5 hours since the collision. We're still not sure what we hit, although the captain believes it was some debris. Either way, the ship seems to be in good shape, and we're now currently anchored above the wreckage. Dive specialist Brad Downing is preparing to make his first descent.
All right, let's do this. Brad, are you good to go? Get in there.
All right, connecting the winch, radio test. Ron, you getting this?
Check.
Come on, we can watch this from below.
Approaching a water depth of 50 meters here. Visibility of about 5 meters. If you guys could see this, the whole center of the wreckage, it's crushed like a beer can. It looks like it's from water pressure, but we're not deep enough for that. Whatever it hit, it must have been pretty powerful.
Yeah, copy. As soon as Brad attaches the winch, then we'll begin bringing the treasure up.
What the hell is that? Are you guys seeing this?
No, Brad, the water's too murky. What can you see?
I don't know. Some kind
What the hell? What was that? The line's gone out too fast. It's gonna run out.
I can't kill it. You're gonna have to cut the power.